At home, I dug her out, then I made her one of my aces. Marijuana fragrance, this tree here is outrageous. Want me to play in your city? Send an email to my agent.
Starting out this Ultimate Team video right here, we're going to complete a couple buyouts. We got Kalishi Osmeli for, I know I butchered that pronunciation, for 500 coins. Josh Morgan for 500 coins. He's not that good, but he's going to help out our team chemistry with that speed run, which we're going to go over to and try that out. We get Troy Polamalu's rookie card, Chris Clemens, all under 1,000 coins. We're going to pick up Jermod Bushrod for 1,300. I think that's a good purchase. I just like having a stabilized offensive line. We're also going to get rookie Lance Briggs for 700. We'll slot him in our linebacker core. And our team overall is up to a 76 overall at this point. So I really like what we've done with the team. In this episode, I know I promised you guys, or I told you guys, that we were going to have another head-to-head seasons game. For this episode, we're actually just going to have these two solo challenges. These two solo challenge games are going to be wrapping up the New England Patriots regular season solo challenge. And we're also going to have a pack opening up at the end of the video, so stick around for that. We get things started there with the sack on Mark Sanchez. Now, second and 18, Sanchez will drop back. And look, he's got tons of time. Steps up in the pocket, fires on the run, picked off by primetime Deion Sanders. I swear this guy must average an interception a game. It seems like that is what he's been doing so far since being added to the team. First and 10 now, RG3. I decided to go with the free card Friday RG3 for these solo challenges. Give Tom Brady a rest, delegate the contracts a little bit more, and just see how it worked out. So this would help our speed run chemistry, and that's why I wanted to get Josh Morgan. He's not the best player in the world. In fact, his catch rating is really bad, but he helps with our speed run chemistry, so I believe Frank Gore also helps us with that. So anyway, we got that up a little bit now. Anyway, here comes RG3 firing to the end zone for Calvin Johnson. Johnson actually gets stopped at the 1, as he seems to always do, but he holds on right there. Great catch. And now here we go, second and goal, I formation, handoff to Frank Gore, and Gore right up the middle for the touchdown. So we get a 7-0 lead early on here over the New York Jets. Now we're going to get the ball back, start of the third quarter, handoff to Frank Gore. Gore is going to pick up a nice chunk right there, 7 yards total on the gain. He's had a rough day through the ground so far, but hopefully we can pick that right up. Here we go, a draw play to Frank Gore, and Gore picks up a nice block right there. I really wanted to improve our team in the trenches. I really like having a good offensive line. I think that I can play with almost any running back as long as I have a good offensive line. I mean, maybe I should say any running back over like a 75 overall. But at that point, it's really all just about your offensive line. And I really wanted to improve that. And usually offensive linemen are the most expensive cards in Ultimate Team, especially this year in Madden and NCAA. But it's well worth it. I thought the Jermod Bushrod was well worth the 1,300 coins. You pair him with a already pretty good offensive line with Donald Thomas and Tyrone Smith and a couple other guys. But anyway, I was just very satisfied with that purchase. And, on the defensive line too, we got Lance Briggs. That'll help the front seven out a little bit. We obviously purchased was a Pride Jerry last episode. So we got Franco Harris running at tight end, and I talked about this a little bit in the last episode. I put him at tight end because we do not need a fullback and we do not need a halfback. He's actually listed as a fullback, but we just don't need a halfback. So I decided to put him at tight end where he's a very good blocker for us, helps our run game dearly, and actually has pretty good hands, can catch the ball, and RG3 is going to scramble his way into the end zone right there. We take a 14-0 lead, and this game looks all but over as it's a two-possession game with just under 2 minutes to play, 1:49 to be exact. But anyway, we have pulled ahead here, and check out RG3. He's doing the Tebow. He thinks he's Tebow. Nah, I'm kidding. But anyway, that is besides the point. So here we go now. Later, Mark Sanchez on 3rd and 1 is going to drop back, looking deep, and this one is going to be intercepted by Chris Clemens, the new addition. Once again, I really wanted to improve our secondary this time because Rod Woodson's there, and we also have Deion Sanders. But after that, it was a very poor secondary. We needed some safeties. That's why I picked up Chris Clemens and Troy Polamalu. They will represent our new starting safety duo. So we get a pack here. After this solo challenge, we get a reward pack. So let's check out what we can get in this reward pack. Usually these packs aren't too good, but you do get some good contracts in them. So we'll see what we can get. Open this baby right up, and let's see if we can pull any sort of good card. At least we can take these contracts and apply them to some of our players who are running a little bit low. But anyway, check it out. We get a 32-game contract to start out. Steve Largent, a legend rookie, the Seahawk legend, I should say, his current Seahawk legend. Obviously not current playing, but check out the stats. Not too bad. He has a really good catching. He represents a really good possession receiver. We also get the Hogs collectible right there, so we could probably sell that for some good coins and maybe even use those coins to buy some contracts. But anyway, Steve Largent, very good possession receiver. Really not a speedster, not the best deep ball threat in the world, but from I was not around to watch Steve Largent play, but what I'm basing off of his stats is that he seems like a very good possession receiver, and I checked out his regular card, which is a 94 overall, and I get the same type of vibe. I think he had 98 catching and 98 catching traffic. So anyway, we're going to try and sell him on the auction block, though. I figured I do not really need the receivers. I'm very happy with my receiving core right now. I like Calvin Johnson. I like Demaryius Thomas. I like Chris Carter. And I checked it out, and I think Steve Largent helped the long pass chemistry, I believe. Or maybe it was the short pass. I think it actually was the short pass, but I'm not too worried about the team chemistry. The way I looked at it was, I like how my team is right now. I'm succeeding in the online games. I'm succeeding in the solo challenge games. I figured I did not need a big upgrade like that, and he didn't represent too big of an upgrade, like an 80 overall receiver. That's good. But his card was going for about 4,000 on the auction block, so I decided I would try to sell that on the block and pick up some extra coins. So here we go. We're going up against the Dolphins right here into the gameplay. Lamar Miller, I believe that is, picking up a nice gain out of the backfield. Here we go, 3rd and 2. Tannehill will drop back. The former A&M Aggie, the former wide receiver, is going to find his man Lamar Miller out of the backfield. He'll be brought down by Paul Allen or Russell Allen. I can't remember. I think it's Russell Allen, but Tannehill dropping back out of the shotgun set, firing it. He's going to find Mike Wallace, who gets lit up right there, and Wallace is a bit shaken up. That is going to set up a 4th and 10 for the Dolphins, and they're going to bring out their field goal unit. This kick is up, and it is good. So the Dolphins take a 3-0 lead here on Dan Carpenter's field goal. I believe Dan Carpenter actually got cut recently, but either way, RG3 is going to find his man. It's actually going to be Brent Grimes, however, as it looks like a little bit of confusion right there. Calvin Johnson is that, or Chris Carter ran a curl route. RG3 threw a streak route, and it did not work. So Brent Grimes gets the pick. Now Tannehill finds his man right there. That is going to be a 1st down and some change. Here we go, 3rd and 10 from the 21-yard line. Tannehill will drop back, looking. He's going to fire it to Clay, and Clay's going to pick up the 1st down inside of the 10-yard line with 9 seconds to play. They're going to try and get something going here before the half. Tannehill drops back. He's got his man Clay once again. I believe that was out of the backfield again, or maybe it was out of the tight end formation or tight end position, but either way, 5 seconds left to play in the half. Rod Woodson is going to try and get some field position for his team. He's going to do that and a lot more. He's got room. He gets a couple blocks, including the always block in the back, which they seem to never call in this game. But Rod Woodson, as time expires before the end of the second quarter, is going to get a return for a touchdown right there. So we cut the lead down to 3, and then we get the ball back to receive the second half. So RG3 scrambles to his right. He somehow avoids that pressure and finds Franco Harris. Somehow hangs on. Talking about Franco Harris has really good hands in this game. I would suggest you guys maybe try him out at tight end. Here's a wide open Jimmy Graham. He's going to cut upfield, and he will be brought down, but not before picking up 17 yards on the gain. So the Chiefs are driving, and here comes RG3. It's going to be another drop back from under center. He's going to fire it on the run to Jimmy Graham, who hangs on, takes the hit, and picks up another 16 yards right there. So we're across into Miami Dolphin territory here, 25-yard line, 3rd and 9. RG3 dropping back, looking deep. It's going to be dropped by Josh Morgan. And I know Morgan does help the speed run chemistry, but you know, he's just not that good of a player, and I'm probably not going to start him. And I know I only spent 500 coins on him, but I would suggest you guys probably stay away from him. He does not seem like that great of a player. Just cannot hang to the ball at times. He's very fast, but you know, other than team chemistry, I don't see a need to. I don't see a use for him, quite frankly. But RG3 on the run, he fumbles, recovered by Marshall, and Marshall is going to end up getting that ball back for the Dolphins. So from the 44-yard line, 10-10 game, all tied up. The Dolphins are going to try and take a game-winning drive right here. Brandon Gibson gets the catch, and that's going to set up a 4th and 5, so they'd have to punt it away. Now 3rd and 10, same situation for the Chiefs. RG3 firing it deep, dropped by Josh Morgan. Oh, man, so we're going to head into overtime after a couple key drops. We really could have had the game right there. Morgan hangs on. We're in field goal range. We can kick a field goal and win the ball game right there. But, no, why not go into overtime? Anyway, so we're going to get things started with the coin toss, and they're going to end up electing, or they're going to win the coin toss and end up electing to receive, as we'll get this started in just a moment. Here we go now. Tannehill and the Dolphins take over. Lamar Miller, he cuts back in and picks up a nice chunk right there, and he's got 45 yards total on the game. Now at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10 for Tannehill out of the shotgun set. Hand off to Miller once again on the counter, and Miller, he's got a lot of room and gets hit stick by Rod Woodson right there. But 2nd and 7 from the 47 as they have cross midfield. Tannehill fires it to his man, but he's going to fumble. Aurelius Ben, I believe that was the former Hawaii Warrior, fumbles on the hit stick, and he is shaken up right there. So we get the ball back from the 33-yard line. It's time for us to take over. They were about to get into field goal range, but a huge turnover right there. Now Frank Gore is going to pick up about 6 yards on the gain right there. Look, credit him with 7. 120 and counting to play in this overtime. RG3 dropping back, looking deep. It's going to be caught by Chris Carter, who hangs on and tiptoes inbounds. Now we're going to cross midfield from the 42-yard line. A chance to try and move up into field goal range. Frank Gore to the outside, across the 35, 30, 25. We're pushed out at the 26, and we are in field goal range. Here we go, 2nd and 10. We cannot turn the ball over here. RG3 going through the air. Chris Carter, perfect pass to Chris Carter, and he'll be brought down to the 2-yard line. So it's a 10-10 ball game. Any type of score will win this game. We're going to try and center the position here on first goal, but Frank Gore is going to do it himself and get into the end zone, and we're going to win this ball game 10-16. So we end up taking the second of these solo challenges, and we will be rewarded nicely with a 2,500 coin bonus. So I'm telling you guys, once you get to the latter half of those solo regular season challenges, they really do become worth it. And you know, if you're not in the mood for some online games, I think it's well worth it. I think it's worth paying the contracts. They're pretty quick to do, pretty easy to do, really not that hard. And you know, I would suggest you guys go do them, get some extra coins if you're looking for coins, that is. But anyway, you can see the final game stats right there, and we're going to be rewarded with 2,500 coins and one item, and that item is going to be the New England football helmet, which will go towards that collection. So if you get the 90 overall gold, you know, what is it, New England coach, I guess, and not Bill Belichick, then we can complete that collection. You can see we sell the Steve Largent. It went for $39, there's like $39.99, but we only get 3,600 of them, as they will take 10% commission. So anyway, we're going to go over and we're going to purchase a pro pack, as we do have a ton of coins at the moment. Well, not a ton, but we got 15,000. That's by no means a ton, but anyway, it's enough to buy a pack, so we're going to do so right there. And let's see who we can pull in this pro pack. Graham Harrell to start. He's a part of one of the new collections, so hey, we can always collect him. Why not? Maybe he'll sell for a decent amount. John Fox, the gold head coach. That's a pretty rare coach, at least from what I've heard. We get Larry Sanders, a nice receiver here. That kind of makes the Steve Largent sell a little bit easier. And LaShawn McCoy, Shady McCoy, the running back out of Pitt, the current Philadelphia Eagle. Now, like I said, I really don't think I need too many good running backs. And check out what Shady McCoy's going for on the market. $15K. That would really look nice on our bank. So we're going to try and go ahead and sell them. We'll see if we can do it by the time the next episode is recorded or whatever. So anyway, it's going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. This is Matt. Peace.